Good evening and welcome to the evening news. I am Kayode Adebayo. The presidency says the federal government is committed to transparency, inclusivity, and citizen participation in governance, outlining new conditions for the quarterly stakeholder and citizens engagement meetings. The guidelines issued through the Central Delivery Coordinating Unit under the Office of the Special Advisor to the President of Policy and Coordination mandate stricter requirements for ministries to ensure the meetings serve as genuine platform for public engagement. According to the CDCU, the engagement meetings are introduced as deliverable for every ministry in response to President Bola Tinubu's directive that all ministers regularly communicate government initiatives, beneficial programs, and policies to the public. It said the engagement must be a high-level interaction where government officials not only inform the public but also receive direct feedback from stakeholders, which will be taken into consideration for policy adjustments. The CDU added that as part of the newly established conditions, each ministry must hold at least one stakeholder or citizen engagement meeting every quarter, with the minister personally leading the session alongside the permanent secretary and other top officials. It said the meetings are expected to enhance the understanding of government policies with the involvement of civil society organizations, professional groups, the media, and ordinary citizens to prevent misinterpretation. The CDU emphasized that the Ministry of Information and National Orientation is also required to play a key role in coordinating media participation. The federal government has launched a Digital Bridge Institute certificate licensing program to enhance workforce skills and address Nigeria's widening digital skills gap. During the unveiling of the program in Lagos campus of the institute, President and Chief Executive Officer David Jessa said the program aims to equip individuals and organizations with globally recognized ICT certifications, improving employability and driving economic growth in the digital economy in Nigeria as a front-runner in digital transformation. Desa explained that DBI, a subsidiary of Nigerian Communication Commission, has been at the forefront of ICT education in Nigeria and is licensed by the International Telecommunications Union. He explained that the institute collaborates with global tech giants to ensure its training meets international standards, while the newly launched Global Certification and Training Partnership Program will enable it to license its training modules to qualified institutions and trainers nationwide. Desa stressed that the initiative aligns with President Bola Tinubu's renewed Hope agenda, which prioritizes economic growth, youth development, and job creation in the country. The Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges, and Public Petitions recommended a 6-month suspension for Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. The committee's chairman, Senator Neda Imazue, who presented the panel's report at plenary, says Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan is guilty of all allegations against her as she failed to submit herself to the Legislative Committee for the review of her conduct. The decision follows her allegations of sexual harassment against Senate President Godswill Akpabio, saying her salary and security details be withdrawn. The committee added that Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan is expected to issue a formal apology to the Senate for actions deemed disrespectful. The controversy started when Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan accused Senator Akpabio of sexual harassment and abuse of office. However, Akpabio has denied all allegations, emphasizing his respect for women and refuting claims of any misconduct, expressing disappointment over the committee's recommendation as he labeled the accusations as unfounded. Meanwhile, the Senate is scheduled to debate the committee's report, discussion focusing on potential amendments before a final decision is reached. Benue State House of Assembly has revoked the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights, and Legal Matters over its position on the removal of the state's Chief Judge, Justice Maurice Epambisi. This was contained in a letter signed by the Speaker of the Benue State House of Assembly and addressed to the Chairman Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights, and Legal Matters. The letter was a response to an earlier correspondence signed by the Chairman Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights, and Legal Matters, Senator Adegbunmi Ayodele Sam, to the Speaker of the Benue State House of Assembly. Ayodele expressed concern over the purported removal of the Chief Judge of Benue State, Justice Maurice Epambisi. insisting that the action was carried out without due regard to the provisions of the Nigerian Constitution, particularly in respect to the tenure and removal of judicial officers under the provision of Section 292 of the 1999 Constitution. He urged the members of the Benin State House of Assembly to take necessary steps to address the issue, ensuring that all the decisions regarding the suspension of Justice Upambisi are in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. However, the Benin State House of Assembly, through the Speaker, Honorable Ahondona Dajo, said the State Assembly remained committed to the rule of law and fully understand the constitutional safeguards surrounding the tenure and removal of judicial officers as enshrined in Section 292 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The Assembly insisted it acted within the ambit of the law and had no regret whatsoever. In the meantime, Governor Ademola Adeleke has felicitated with his brother, the global business mogul, Dr. Adedeji Adeleke, as he celebrates his birthday today. The governor, in a personally signed felicitation message, described the acclaimed philanthropist as an angel in human shape, a deeply kind-hearted destiny helper, and an unassuming sponsor and supporter of innumerable souls, irrespective of tribes and religion. Governor Adeleke said his brother symbolizes divine blessings as he supports, nurtures, and uplifts his siblings, extended family, town, state, and country, adding that he stands for purity, philanthropy, and exceptional dedication to the growth and advancement of humanity. He prayed fervently for good health, long life, and expanded prosperity for Dr. Adedeji Adeleke. And now to sports. World Football President Chief Gianni Infantino has said the 2026 World Cup final in New Jersey will make history by having a Super Bowl-style halftime show. Infantino revealed the decision following a meeting of FIFA's commercial and media partners in Dallas ahead of the 2026 tournament, which will be co-hosted in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. He added that FIFA also planned to take over New York's Times Square on the final weekend of the tournament. FIFA president said Coldplay band members Chris Martin and Phil Harvey will determine the artist who will perform, noting that it will be a historic moment for the FIFA World Cup and a show befitting the biggest sporting event in the world. However, Infantino did not reveal further information about specific details or duration of the halftime show. And from the foreign scene, at least 60 children have been killed and injured and 188 in landmines explosion in Syria. A non-governmental organization, the Save the Children Charity and Landmines, said landmines and explosive remnants of the war have caused at least 628 casualties, more than two-thirds of the total number of casualties in 2023. The group called on the transitional authorities and international donors to speed up the process of clearing mines and unexploded ordnance in Syria. It said experts estimated that between 100,000 and 300,000 of the roughly 1 million munitions used during the war had never detonated. Similarly, a report by a non-governmental organization, Humanity and Inclusion, had warned of the dangers posed by unexploded munitions left over from the devastating civil war that erupted in 2011. The UK-based group said since President Bashar al-Assad's overthrow in December, more than 60 children were killed, warning the toll could rise as more families return to the war-ravaged country. And that ends the evening news on Osbc TV. Please join us at 7 for major report. Good evening.